Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching, oh snap, the political vigilante, bringing some truth to the good citizens of Gotham, whether they want to hear it or not. So, unfortunately, over the weekend, the Minneapolis police killed a legal gun owner who was not even listed on a warrant. It was a no-knock warrant, and I'm going to show you, just if you're not aware what happened to Amir Locke, and then I'm going to show you how the NRA they're nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found. This is the thing the NRA talks about. You know, we have a right to bear arms, and someone just comes busting through our doors. We're legal gun owners. We have a right to defend ourselves. Okay, here's what happened.
Following a number of developments today in the deadly police shooting of Amir Locke.
In the last half hour, Minneapolis suspended using most no-knock warrants while national experts review the city's policy. Locke was killed Wednesday as a SWAT team served a search warrant in a downtown Minneapolis apartment. Body camera video released last night shows officers using a key to enter the apartment, loudly identifying themselves and kicking a sofa where Locke was under a blanket. A gun can be seen in Locke's hand, and police fire 3 shots. The city's interim police chief has acknowledged that Locke was not named in the search warrant. Locke's family spoke today.
I believe that he was executed by the MPD, and I want the police officer that murdered my son to be prosecuted and fired.
The chair of the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus said Amir Locke, a lawful gun owner, should still be alive, adding Black men, like all citizens, have a right to keep and bear arms. Governor Tim Walz says that Minnesota made strides last year, passing statewide restrictions on the use of no-knock warrants, but the events leading to the death of Amir Locke illustrate the need for further reform.
CBS.
Wow, so some gun owner association issued that statement. Well, that's okay. Well, let's just go to the NRA's Twitter feed and just see what they have to say for themselves. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I'm overreacting. Let's just see what they have to say over there on Twitter. Oh, here's the NRA. All right. Okay. 840. This is blue check NRA on Twitter. Criminals don't care about the law. It only affects good people when you have restrictive gun laws. That's why we support the Second Amendment. Okay. I don't know why that's not playing. Why don't we get to hear this guy? Oh, we don't get to hear him.
Hey folks, Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb here out in Arizona. I want to talk to you today about constitutional carry. This is something we passed in Arizona in 2010, and I'm proud to say we saw a reduction in crime, especially in violent crime and homicides. You know why? Criminals don't care about the law. It only affects good people when you have restrictive gun laws. That's why we support the Second Amendment, the Constitution, and we stand with the NRA in their fight to do the same. I'm calling on all sheriffs and law enforcement officials to also stand with the NRA and stand with the Constitution and support constitutional carry in your state. God bless.
God bless. All right. Armed citizen, a resident of Spanway, Washington, home acted in self-defense when a pair of robbers began to force their way in. Now, this kid was just sitting on his couch sleeping, woke up, somebody just smashed through the door and says, police. I'm woken up in the middle of the night. I don't know. Maybe they're just saying that. Maybe they're criminals. I got a blanket over my head. I'm sleeping, and I just grabbed my gun. So should have Amir Locke just started open firing on those cops? Like, armed citizen. Okay. Your entire family will enjoy the multitude of activities at this year's Great American Outdoor Show. All right. They're doing an outdoor show. If you're not familiar with country artist Kristen Kelly, stop what you're doing and take a moment to get to know her. NRA, Second Amendment. Okay. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. NRA leads the Back to Normal movement with a big opening crowd at the 8-day-long NRA grads. Go ahead and take it, Joe, with an AR-15. I'm assuming he's talking about Joe Biden. Joe knows nothing about guns. He never He's never taught taking our guns. Just go, Brandon. Go away. You don't need an AR-15. It's harder to aim. It's harder to use. Mr. President, I'm 4'10", weigh 97 pounds. You're just wrong. Huh. So far, everyone's been white. This is not Joe Biden's crime crisis. This is not a Second Amendment. This is Joe Biden's crime crisis. This is not a Second Amendment crisis. 10 million Americans legally bought their first gun ever over the past 2 years. Why? Because of Democratic policies like defund the police and bail fail. Oh, so defund the police is what's doing it. Huh? As that same guy again? Great Outdoor Show. Look at all these folks. All right. Expo Hall. There it is again. They're showing that same footage. Tonight, we kicked off the Great American Show again. NRA. All right. There's everybody there. Biden's guns first approach to violent crime ignores basic facts. They're not going to talk about Biden signing the 94 crime bill because they like that crime bill. Huh. Okay. Another armed citizen. NRA woman, a man shot his wife with a BB gun at close range during a domestic dispute. She defended herself with a firearm. All right. So they view that as a win. Okay. A homeowner in Compton was forced to defend himself when an armed burglar attempted to rob him on December 7th. Armed citizen. So they're just going to show all these stories. They're not going to show none of the 700 mass shootings that happened in America in 2021. None of them are mentioned on the NRA's website or the NRA's Twitter. Okay. Here we go again. Another white dude. Brad, we were blown away with your dedication to Friends of the NRA. Okay. Let criminals walk. Some criminals commit more crimes. Oh, teen charged with shooting NYPD cop in custody for violating probation. Oh, evil black kid with a gun. Don't you want to have a gun? And this is keeping white people scared. Sure. Oh, in honor of Black History Month. Learn more about Ida B. Well-Barrett, an educator, journalist, and civil rights crusader. She was also an advocate of the use of firearms for self-defense. NRA women. Oh, that's cool. They should go into that, talk about how black people have said we need to own guns because the cops can just kill us. We've got the cops who can just kill us, like what happened to Amir Locke. And we've got the Klan and a lot of right-wing nationalists who are big Second Amendment people as well. Are you okay with that, NRA? So you're okay with that, okay? All right, so here's another. Look at this statistic. The things they're critical of Joe Biden for: target criminals, prosecute criminals, punish criminals. Of course, the NRA, because it's a capitalist organization, the NRA is the lobbying arm of a multi-billion-dollar industry, the gun lobby. So what the NRA is also not going to talk about is how capitalism creates crime. People are starving, they're hungry, then there's high crime in their neighborhood because people are hungry, and then they feel like they need to have a gun because in high crime neighborhoods, a lot of times the cops don't respond, can't respond. So they want to blame that on defund the police. Well, in Los Angeles, the LAPD gets 54% of the city's total operating budget. $3.1 billion. Imagine if some of that money went for schools, job training, drug treatment, whatever, mental health treatment. What if it went for that? Not a lot of profit in those things, but there's profit we live in a for-profit prison system that needs the NRA to stir this up. We have a for-profit healthcare system, so people are poor. People are filing for bankruptcy because they don't have health insurance. People lost their jobs during COVID. 60% of Americans couldn't afford a $500 to $1,000 emergency before the pandemic. But the NRA doesn't want to talk about any of that because that's evil socialism. Okay. Okay, they don't want to talk about that. Here's Black History Month fact that liberals don't want you to know. Okay, this CJ Pearson sounds like, oh, okay, he's a black man and a Republican strategist. All right. Before the color barrier was broken in sports, schools, lunch lines, water fortunes, the media, or Hollywood, the NRA fought for civil rights and gun rights for all Americans. Oh, okay. Gun rights are civil rights. Interesting. Okay. More of Joe Biden's going to take your guns fear. Okay. Joe Biden is an awful president. Didn't vote for him. Never will vote for him. But I don't vote for him because he's a warmongering Wall Street tactical something event. Look at this new gun. Ah, hey. The first black person we saw on their feed was a criminal. Now we're seeing some pro-gun black people. I'm sure there are. Every black person I know owns a gun because they feel like they're not safe in this country. They're not safe by the police. So then is it okay for black people to shoot at the police if the police bust through their door with a no-knock warrant? Had Amir Locke been able to wake up and get to his gun in time? Would we be defending him for shooting the police? Right. Okay, here's a citizen. There's a hooligan stealing stuff. Usman Bhatti has a concealed carry permit, drew his gun after one of the shots, waved the kid off with the gun. All right. I don't know why I'd pull a gun and risk my life for jewelry, but that's capitalism. Put your life on the line to save the money of the powerful, protect the powerful, protect the wealthy's wealth. Put your money on the line. Don't let anyone steal your stuff. There you go. Eddie Eagle has taught 32 million children how to stay safe and find a gun. All right. Again, no mention of the mass shootings. No mention of the suicide rate in this country. Interesting. Look at this statistic. 5.4 Americans bought their first gun in 2021. 49% of gun buyers were 18 to 40. 33% of gun buyers were women. 45% black gun ownership. 37% increase in Hispanic gun ownership. 27% in Asian gun ownership. NRA members and gun owners are the most diverse, inclusive group in America. Not one single mention of Amir Locke. Not one. Not one. Black gun ownership and Hispanic ownership and Asian gun ownership is raising because we live in a police state. So this goes back to January 29th. Before Amir Locke, nothing. All these armed citizen, if you need a gun, if you have a, God damn it. I fucking pressed. Mainly white people with guns. White people with guns. The only black person holding a gun so far was the criminal kid with the dreadlocks that we all need to be afraid of, and that's why you buy a gun. That's what that message is to white America. Hey, pretty white girl with a gun. Yeah. Okay. Black people are buying more guns. So all of you Second Amendment conservatives that want to have this civil war, I hope you're ready for that. But there it is, folks. Not one mention of Amir Locke, licensed legal gun owner, whose name was not on the warrant, is dead because the police used a no-knock warrant, opened the door, bursted in, said police, kicked the couch he was sleeping in. When he was sleeping with his gun, grabbed his gun, they shot him. And they're like, hey, he had a gun. Where are you, NRA? We just read your Twitter feed. Those are your tweets. Nothing about Amir Locke. Not one thing defending Amir Locke. The cops killed a legal gun owner. He has no criminal record, Amir Locke. Well, he had because he's dead. They murdered him. No criminal record. Wasn't on the warrant. So this is the country we live in, where police can just kick in. This is what Stalin did in the Soviet Union, right? So where are you, NRA? Where are you? Because I think you're hypocritical liars. I think you like to get, you put a couple black people on your feed to say, see, we're for everybody. But at the end of the day, the NRA is about gun ownership. The Second Amendment was about slave owners being able to control their property. right? That's what this is about. The NRA are domestic war profiteers. 700 mass shootings, 700 in 2021. And they think everyone owning a gun makes it safer. That's not, that statistic just blew that up. 100 gun deaths a day on average in America. Every day. Tonight, where it's a nighttime show, we're doing this live at night. 100 Americans on average have just died today. Today. Tomorrow, another 100. Yeah. That's the average. We do about 35 to 40,000 gun deaths a year. All right. NRA gives to both parties more to the Republicans than they do to Democrats. So their whole Twitter feed is fear, but they won't defend a legal gun owner who was murdered by the Minneapolis Police Department. If you're a Second Amendment person and you're a big NRA person and you're not screaming about this on social media, you are full of shit and you are a hypocrite. Because Amir Locke was black. That's why the NRA ain't talking about this. Prove me wrong. Let's check. This is huge news, nationwide news. Nothing on the NRA's Twitter feed. More hypocritical bullshit from a greedy lobby. They are just as greedy as the oil lobby, as the pharmaceutical lobby, as the healthcare lobby, as the banking lobby. They do the same crap. When regular Americans who would benefit from Medicare for all say stuff like, how are we going to pay for it? That's propaganda that's been fed to them through the healthcare lobby that stands to lose a lot of money with Medicare for all. So if we had legitimate like gun regulation in this country, if we were like, we can't have any more school shootings, that has to stop. Because how many school shootings have we had a legal gun owner, easy access to weapons, angry, depressed, history of mental illness, whatever, went and shot up a place? If the economy tanks, it's going to be good everybody owning a gun. Bunch of legal gun owners without jobs. Okay. Good luck. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Every gun owner I know, they always talk in fear. Their whole thing is fear. What if look at this guy, this woman defended herself, and they read all those armed citizen stories. It's like, okay, are you ready to kill another human being? To take another life? Because if you kill another human being, it's gonna psychologically affect you. If it doesn't, you're a sociopath and a threat to society. You're a danger, and you should not be allowed to have a weapon. All right. Good luck. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Where is the NRA on Amir Locke? Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our 9th month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood and go to GrahamElwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a P.O. box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.